Hello, thanks for joining us. And we are live from the National Diagnostic and or the National Clinical and Diagnostic and Treatment Laboratory here at the 14th Military Hospital in Margibi County. And this project is a collaborative effort of the government of Liberia and the People's Republic of China. And here, the groundbreaking ceremony for this project took place on Friday, December 20th, 2024, when you had the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yin Chiwu, who also formed part of the groundbreaking ceremony, and you saw the Defense Minister, Brigadier General Geraldine George, who was also here. But then, at the moment, the project has gone a little bit far with the construction work. So we are here to give you the current look of the project. And we are told that this project is to be completed somewhere around July of next year. So we're going to walk through this entire facility. And it's just near the Edward B. N. Kessley Barracks, the EBK for short, here in Margibi County. So let's now move over as we tour this entire building that you see here, and we're going to be going in there to show you how exactly it looks like. My name is Aisin Iba, and my colleague Damoa Fufana is here. Together we are bringing this broadcast to you. So these are the folks from the military who are going to tour this entire facility with us. So as we go along, we're going to be having a chit chat. So you want to come closer. Officer, I want to say good morning, welcome to LMTV. What will be your name?
Lieutenant Colonel Claire Dada. I'm the executive officer of the 23rd Engineer Battalion. And this is my commander, he's Lieutenant Colonel Kuklo of the 21st Engineer Battalion as well.
Okay, so Chief, want to say welcome to LMTV.
Welcome, and also to thank you for coming. It is a privilege to have you guys coming to tour our facility.
We want to say thank you and the public there for also doing the kind of job. I know way back we saw the military as people who only carry arms, but it is this 21st century that we are seeing that well, there are aspects of the military, and this is key study that you guys are carrying on.
Yes, it is a good thing nowadays because first, prior to the Sixth World War, people view the military to be people that they are not, let's say far off in school, or maybe they are not educated. But for the new military, you have a lot of people into the military who are well trained and educated. So some of the work we do, you can compare it to any one of the work that you find any contractor doing all that. So the military, you should not view like people just being in a group or entity that just shoot gun. But now you have a military.
It is a career-based military where you have a whole lot of professionals.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so folks, not to waste your time because we have other broadcasts, we want to tour this facility. It's the National Diagnostic and Treatment Center here at the 14th Military Barracks. Just a stone throw away from the Edward B. N. Kessley Barracks, the EBK in Margibi County is where we are. So, can we?
Okay, sure. So before we begin, let me make some more clarity.
So, okay, let's just
okay, so the project here is actually a Chinese government project, and it's being constructed by the Shandong High Speed construction company with the consultant as well from China. This is not a airfield engineer project, but we are actually their host, and we making sure that we provide them all the basic utilities and other things to enable them
accomplish their mission. So we are not the contractors, just for the record.
So, but do we have some folks from the military that are forming part of this project, like the engineering battalion?
Yes, sir. So the battalion, like I said, we are playing an assistance role. Yeah, that is like with the whatever assistance that should come from the MOD side, we are there to make sure that we go out to see how best we can identify and execute that. So like the example, like I said, the provision of electricity, the drilling of the well, the security of the site, and other things.
So, what do we have here just before entering?
So these are sewer pipes, and those are normal PVC pipes for the inner plumbing of the building.
Were they brought from China?
Yes, sir. Most of what you see here, apart from the cement, the sand, and the labor, most of what you see here is from China. The cement as well. Most of what you see here is from China. The rebar, everything came from China. Like I said, it's a Chinese government sponsored project.
Okay, so folks, we are making our way there. So if you look on my far left, you see this gigantic building, and we are making our way gradually to tour the facility. So aside from the structure that we are looking at, are there other, you know, components of the project that we will see as we enter in?
Yes, sir. So we'll get into the compound. We'll try to do a little orientation for you to understand. So the ground floor is basically going to be for the treatment, and upstairs is going to be where we're going to have all the different uh, segments of the laboratory. So the upper floor will be mostly the laboratory, and the ground floor will be mostly for the treatment. But it's actually built to support the 14 military hospital. So it's not like you have normal hospital where you say 100 beds, 200 beds. No. This is actually a laboratory.
What's the capacity of the laboratory?
Capacity wise, like you talking about bed space?
You're talking
So
about
it's not designed for bed space. Like
no, not bed space, but the partition. Maybe you want to say,
oh, the square footage I can't get out of the top of my head, but it's I think it should be on the signboard. Like I said, I'm not ready. We're not ready to contract it. We just helping the contractor implement the project.
yeah. So folks, we are here. I don't know where we're going to start from.
So stop and you turn over here. When you see the gravel is placed, it's going to be the parking lot after the construction is completed. Where you see all of the rebar, it's going to be the parking lot. We're going to have a ring road. We're going to have a ring road around the building. And like you can see, you can turn the camera that way. So like I said, the upper floor there is going to be the actual laboratory. Extending all the way across. And then the ground floor will be for treatment. We'll have just few rooms for patients, for doctor, observation or whatever.
Put to the 14 military hospital. How huge is the influx of people? Because mind you, the 14 military hospital at the moment is serving both the military and that of the public. It's going to be like a referral.
It's going to be like a referral laboratory, like the Whipple with the Jamali and other places. So, I mean, it's huge. It's going to be more than just for the 14 military.
And I see. So, which portion of this?
So, this section, normally, because of the length of the building, this section was constructed and then they left that part off because it's going to place a settlement joint. But when buildings are kind of long, kind of like cut it into segments. So this first segment, then the second segment will follow. So if you go around, you have the express quarter. You'll have some experts over here to train our librarian professionals how to use some of the equipment. And then on the other end, we have a little bit of recreation for the staff, recreation space. And then on the other end, we have far on the far end, we have a water reservoir for fire hydrant and for use by the building.
I see a wide stretch of open area. I don't know.
Oh, that's for future development. That's all military property.
So I'm looking at the point where we will access this entire facility to
No,
get
no, no. For today, you won't be going in because we just on our lunch break, and a lot of tools online, and so much hazard in there for now. You can't enter. So maybe as we progress with the work, and then the kind of have the hazard goes down, you'll be able to go through next time, maybe sometime early next year. But for now, you got rebars and sharp objects all in there.
talk about the duration of this project. The groundbreaking ceremony took place on the 20th of December. It was on a Friday when the President, His Excellency President Joseph Boakai, uh, program for this National Clinical and Diagnostics Laboratory. He was also flanked by the Chinese ambassador, Ambassador Yin Jingwu, and also we saw the Minister of National Defense, Brigadier General Geraldine Josh, who was also here. I want to know the duration of this project since if I started on the 20th of December. When are we expected to see this project coming to the finish line?
So the estimated duration as provided by the contractor is 18 months, right?
It's 1 year, 6 months. So hopefully by the end of July 2026, the entire project will be finished and hand over.
Talking about equipment wise, everything is going to be finished.
Yes, it will be for foundation and turn over not later than the 20, let's say the 31st of July to 2026.
But is it that the entire building will be completed, but then it will be up to the government of Liberia to actually place in the necessary
Oh, no, no.
laboratory?
But that we can't speak to that. Because we don't know the details like that.
Yeah, so I see another portion here.
Okay, so that's the proposed expert quarters. So that's where the experts will be staying at, and then working in the laboratory. You know, I just can. I'm not too okra with the medical names, so I'm not gonna venture into that. But for the kind of equipment they're gonna have here, we need to have experts to train our own people from where we were taught, train our own people as to how to use the equipment properly. So they'll be staying here for some time, and then in that area, if you turn around, point the camera in that direction, on the far left will be the recreation area, and then further down will be the utility house where you're gonna have the generator and all our water reservoirs. One for the fire hydrant and another one for the building use.
So that means our guys are going to be trained upon the completion of this entire project.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So though it's not in your purview, but
Yes,
I would have thought that well at about this time the guys will be already on the job training.
No, no, no.
Maybe
But as you can see, the building is not finished. So until the building is finished and equipped, you cannot train people. So
yeah,
we
no.
just have to do it one step at a time. Yeah.
So that's why after the contractors and us finish with the entire project, you will have the Chinese trained doctor that will stay here for the period of approximately 2 to 3 years to train our nurses and the doctor on how to run this equipment.
So but then who will be working in here now? Since in fact the Chinese will be training people because the backdrop I came from is while the project is ongoing, get the people trained, and then when the building shall be completed, the people already be in your train and ready to operate.
So that's why we see the directly from you have a pop for those train the technician that will come here and stay here for that period of time. So when the building finish, hopefully next year by the end of July 2026, you will have our own technician here working here and operating those equipment. Now that will be mentored by those Chinese technician will be here to train them on how to run those lab equipment that will be here.
So talking about the lenses, this entire clinical Diagnostic and Laboratory lab is situated on. Uh,
So
can we lay our hand?
just off the top of my head, I can say because for the 14 we use 11 acres, and for this one it should be somewhere around 10 acres. 10 acres. It's situated on 10 acres of land.
Laboratory.
The land space is a little smaller than that of 14. A little smaller than that of 14. But the building is bigger. But 14 has a lot of annexes.
So, folks,
So this is the express quarter. But we had to shift the effort to the main laboratory building because of the rains. Yeah. One thing, like I said, we actually here to see how we can make sure that the contractor is set up for success. Understanding the weather condition, we told them that it's better that you do roof as, and that way when the rains come, you can work underneath. So they were able to pick up their speed since December and see where we are today.
is this the front portion of
No, there's a back. There's a back, and the roof is reinforced concrete. All the roofs are going to be reinforced concrete.
So we want to go a bit closer to show you. So this is coming at a point in time where the governor of Liberia is prioritizing the issue of health care delivery. And this place is not just going to be open to the military personnel at the EBK or at various barracks across the country, but it's also going to be open to the public as well. And you heard him say, well, this is at some point in time going to serve as a referral laboratory for other medical facility that are a bit closer to this center. So come along as we try to give you a closer look of this facility. It's a huge one, and I recall on that fateful Friday when the president broke ground for this national clinical diagnostic and treatment laboratory here in Margibi County. So take a look. Massive, massive work ongoing. And yeah, so I would want to ask, so can you please, John, I want to know, I see here you see different. I see another portion here.
So above there is going to be the utility house. You don't have to go that close because it's an open pit. So above there is going to be the utility house. Beneath the utility house is going to be the water reservoir. The next reservoir there is going to be for the fire hydrant, like I said, for firefighting. So that's going to be the utility house. There's going to be an extension of the annex of the building, and like you see the other side, it's going to be the same thing. I think basically you can see that the entire building is almost done. It's almost done. It's just a small section. Like I said, we had to leave it because of the expansion joint. So with the casting of this section, the entire building, structural wise, will be completed, and then they start to do the inner works.
So now with the maintenance portion, when this building shall be completed,
So that
will be
is
squarely in your
that
purview.
is when the battalion.
How,
Oh no, like we are done for the 14. Definitely will be just seamlessly take it over. Yeah. I mean, like if we had no within all our facilities across the country, we get to the same.
So, folks, we will wrap this broadcast just at the exterior portion of this. We could not go in because the workers here are having their lunch break, and it is only safe to stay outside of this because it is technical work and there are materials that are.
Why you don't see nobody on the side? Because it's lunchtime.
Hmm.
I hope you tell your audience.
Yeah, I was just telling them that.
Because
Well,
lunchtime.
yeah,
That's why you don't see nobody on the side.
yeah. So, folks, you heard it for yourself. The reason why you are not seeing anyone at this site is because by this time it's lunchtime, and the guys before we enter in here, we saw the entire team going for lunch. So, but we cannot show you the interior portion of this building because you have a whole lot of uh, materials being assembled, and going in there will make it very difficult for us. Yes, just want to show this portion of the building. Yeah, so folks, this is the live coverage from the National Clinical and Diagnostics and Treatment Laboratory here at the 14 Military Hospital. That is just on my left, and we've been bringing you a broadcast showing you the progress, the level of work that is being carried out here by the folks who are making sure that this project is a complete one. And this is the project that was given birth to on the 20th of December on a Friday by His Excellency President Jose Imambuaga, who programmed for this project. And like we brought you in our broadcast, the project is expected to be completed in July of next year, at which time this entire building will be furnished. And also the folks, there are experts who are coming along with this project. And you see the staff other than they will be used to train our Liberians, brothers and sisters who are to work in here. So at the moment, this is where we are with the project. We will not go in to show you the project because there are some fragile materials in there. So we want to bring this broadcast to an end from the National Clinical Diagnostic and Treatment Laboratory here in Margibi County, just next to the 14 Military Hospital, and a stone throw away from the Edward B. N. Kasali Military Barracks here. My name is Aisha Niba, and thanks to Damwa Fufana, who has been behind the camera. We want to say thanks for joining us, and we will be live again with another development from across the country, just as we continue to bring you developments across the country. Thanks for watching.